New Zealand is one of the most beautiful tourist destinations in the world, surrounded by the South Pacific Ocean and the Tasmanian Sea. New Zealand consists of two main islands, the North and the South. Wellington, the capital of New Zealand, and Auckland, a major commercial city, are located on the North Island. If so, here's 15 must-see places if you've chosen to visit the North Island of New Zealand as a tourist. Number 15, Rangitoto Island. The island, which recently emerged from the sea in New Zealand, is also arguably the youngest volcano in the country. That's about 600 years ago. This is a great place to get a boat experience in New Zealand. The island can be reached after a scenic boat trip from Auckland. Number 14, Rotoroa Island. Rotoroa Island is located in the Gulf of Hauraki, New Zealand. It is also located east of Waimarino Island. Covering an area of about 200 acres, the island was closed for about 100 years and reopened to tourists in 2011. There is a beautiful museum here which was also opened to the public in the year 2009. This is also a beautiful island in New Zealand, about 39 kilometers from Auckland after a scenic boat ride. Number 13, Mclaren Falls Park. Mclaren Falls Park is a 190-hectare parkland located near Lake Mclaren and is about a 10-minute drive from Tauranga. Camping, fishing, kayaking, the park's disc golf course, wedding photographs, picnics, bushwalks, and summer concerts are all popular activities. It also has one of New Zealand's top botanical collections of trees. The waterfall pathway, where you may view glowworms after night, is one of the park's attractions. Take a short, easy trip to the beautiful waterfall and look for glowworms on each side of the path. A portion of the waterfall trail is also accessible by wheelchair or mobility scooter. Dogs are not permitted due to the presence of sheep throughout the park. Number 12, Mount Eden. Mount Eden is made up of two overlapping scoria cones that erupted around 28,000 years ago. Mount Eden, which meaning Mountain of the Wa Tree, was one of the region's largest and most extensive Maori structures. There are several flat terraces on the outer slopes that are utilized for defense, dwelling, and working. Crop storage pits may still be seen today. Many ancient features have been destroyed or damaged as a result of quarrying and road and reservoir building, although there is still abundant evidence of the original architectural arrangement. Maori considers the crater to be holy and forbids entry. If you are visiting Auckland, you should definitely choose this place, because at the top of this mountain, the city of Auckland has a breathtaking view. This is a very beautiful place. Number 11, Lake Taupo. It is the largest lake in New Zealand and the second largest lake in Oceania. Covering an area of 616 square kilometers, the lake is bordered by the caldera volcano and falls into the sea off the northeast coast of Taupo. The lake gets its name from the city of Taupo. The lake is approximately 193 kilometers in circumference and is located on the southeastern side of the lake by an island called Motateko. The lake has a maximum depth of 186 meters. Of particular note is the use of gates built in 1940–41 to control the level of the lake. This lake is about 275 kilometers from the city of Auckland, and you can even travel by air. So definitely make this place your destination. Number 10, Whakarewarea Redwoods Forest Park. The history and culture surrounding the Whakarewarea Forest, the variety of outdoor recreational opportunities, the diverse range of exotic tree species, the mix of native undergrowth, panoramic views, and proximity to lakes, thermal areas, and the city center have all contributed to the Redwoods and Whakarewarea Forest, becoming one of Rotorua's most spectacular natural assets and one of the city's greatest treasures. Over 5,600 hectares of woodland await your exploration and enjoyment. If you enjoy being outside and seeing nature at its best, this is the place for you. The park is about 120 kilometers from Hamilton, New Zealand. This place can be reached in less than 2 hours by your private vehicle from Hamilton. The forest is most renowned for its network of excellent mountain bike and walking trails, as well as its stunning stand of Californian coast redwoods. These towering trees, together with several other species and the fresh forest air, combine to produce an energizing ambience and a setting that is genuinely unique and wonderful. Number 9. Waimarino Adventure Park. Waimarino Adventure Park is a peaceful haven on the banks of the Wairoa River, about 10 minutes from Tauranga. The park is ideal for a day out with the entire family. Bring your bathing suit, grilling materials, and a picnic to make a day of it with friends and family. A range of pass alternatives provide customers day-to-day flexibility. For group reservations and children's birthday parties, we also provide discounts and private sections within the park. The park is about 8 kilometers from Tauranga, New Zealand, and can be reached in less than 10 minutes. That trail also falls along a breathtaking path. Number 8. Te Puia. Te Puia is home to the largest active geyser in the Southern Hemisphere, Pohutu Geyser, as well as the New Zealand Maori Arts and Crafts Institute, training the next generation of artists from around the country. Join one of their world-famous guided experiences at 10:30 a.m. and 1:30 p.m., showcasing their geothermal valley, Maori culture and Kiwi Conservation Center with kiwi birds in their state-of-the-art enclosure. Visit their stunning restaurant Pataka Kai, serving fresh coffee and lunch each day of operation, as well as a mouth-watering buffet options on Friday evening, Saturday lunch and Sunday brunch. It is about 230 kilometers from Auckland. It takes about 3 hours to reach this destination. Number 7. Karekare Beach. Karekare Beach became well known after appearing in the 1993 film The Piano. The quiet black sandy beach is located on Auckland's west coast, 35 kilometers from downtown Auckland. The more popular Piha Beach, which has the famed Lion Rock and is popular among the surfing community, lies nearby. On the route to Piha Beach, though, it's definitely worth turning a left off Piha Road and following the road to Karekare. The main parking is only a 10-minute walk from the beach, which may be reached through a variety of paths. A creek with clean water goes from the parking to the beach. The picture-perfect, calm beach is characterized by high cliff headlands, vast black sand dunes, and forceful waves, making it an ideal setting for photography. Number 6. Huka Falls and Tracks. Along the trip, you will see two spectacular views of the huge Waikato River. You'll be shocked at how clean the water is in this river, it's just amazing. Take a soak in the hot thermal creek at the start of the trek on your way to Huka Falls, it's extremely lovely. There's even a new cafe there. Once reaching Huka Falls, there are several viewing locations from which to see the water flow down the narrow valley of steep rock cliffs, forming a canal of enormous churning rapids. If you don't want to walk and instead want to view the Huka Falls up close, take the Huka Falls jet boat ride from Taupo to the foot of the falls. This beautiful place can be reached after a destination of about 300 kilometers from the city of Auckland. Number 5. Tamaki Maori Village. The Tamaki Maori Village evening experience promises to be enjoyable from the time you are picked up by your kind and hilarious hosts. On arrival, participate in the pauhaere, their ancient welcoming ritual. Before entering their pre-European Maori village set among a natural tawa forest. The town comes alive with the sights, sounds, and activities of yesteryear, such as haka, poi, tattooing, weaving, carving, and warrior training skills. Immerse yourself in genuine Maori culture. Participate in warrior training, the poi dance, and haka lessons, Maori war dance. View demonstrations of weaving, wood crafting, and face tattooing. You can experience a lot of their traditional things through this village. This beautiful village can be reached after traveling about 250 kilometers from the city of Auckland. Number 4. Auckland Botanical Gardens. You have to inspired by their gardens, which include over 9,000 plant species from all around the world. The gardens and exhibitions are easily accessible via the 64-hectare network of walkways. Admire the sculptural artworks by following the Botanic Gardens East Sculpture Path and the Botanic Gardens West Sculpture Path. Located about 25 kilometers from Auckland, you can take a nice train ride and reach this place in about an hour. Number 3. Museum of Te Papa Tongorewa. Any visitor to Wellington should prioritize the Museum of New Zealand Te Papa Tongorewa. This national museum is a must-see, with 6 floors of cutting-edge interactive displays set in an architectural marvel. If the word National Museum conjures up visions of dusty artifacts in glass cases, Te Papa can change that. Te Papa is unique in its intelligent, modern, and bicultural approach, and unlike many museums, general admission is free. The museum is located near the port of Lambton in Wellington, the capital of New Zealand. Number 2. Thermal Wonderland. The most colorful geothermal site in New Zealand, only a short drive from Rotoroa or Taupo. A region where geothermal activity has sculpted the terrain and where distinctive volcanic features may be seen from well-defined trails. It is about 260 kilometers from Auckland. It takes about 40 minutes by air. If traveling by private vehicle or public transport, it should take about 3 hours to drive. Number 1. Sky Tower Auckland. Completed on August 3, 1997, the tower has become a symbol of Auckland. This spectacular 328m high building has been the focal point of Auckland Wonderful City for almost 25 years, soaring up out of the soil to enchant inhabitants and visitors alike. It's now up to you to learn the complete narrative of this extraordinary marvel of contemporary engineering. From its pioneering past to its colorful present to its futuristic future. Join them above the sky for spectacular 360 degrees views of Tamaki Makaro, including historic volcanoes, glittering sunny harbors, and more. If the breathtaking views aren't enough to pique your interest, there's also a plethora of food options, interactive installations, and adrenaline-pumping activities. We brought you a brief overview of 15 must-see destinations in the North Island of New Zealand. The reason for this information is the website, and the links to those websites are posted in the description below for you to know more about each of these places. Definitely watch them. I will also bring you details about these places as well as other places you should visit one by one. Subscribe us now and keep us. Thank you. We are Touroopi.